Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I can sketch anything quickly and loosely by paying attention to the main shapes and doing only the details that I think are important and just trying to get the impression of the thing I'm drawing. So for these sketches I decided to give myself only 10 minutes for each of them. So the first one, the butterfly, took me about 3 minutes to finish. It was the quickest one out of all of them, and I start them all in the same way. I do the main shape of the thing I'm drawing first, because since it's a thinner line, I'm not worried about making mistakes. In fact, I welcome them because it gives the sketch a more loose and energetic style. So once I'm happy with the shapes I have and I'm confident about how the drawing should be looking, I switch to my brush pen, and I also do some hatching for the shading. In this case with the butterfly I didn't do much of that, but that's something I do with the others. And after that I just give it a wash with the watercolors for some color, and that's it. That's the whole process that I have for these, and it's all about trying to capture as much as I can as quickly as possible. This is a great technique if you're out and about and you want to do some urban sketching, or if you're just at home and you want to practice just sketching without having to worry about perfection and just having fun with the pen. I chose all these particular images because they're all related to this book I just finished reading, That House Skates, and I can't stop thinking about it. It's from the Malazan series. It's a fantasy series. That's why I'm also drawing this knight right here. And yeah, so these are all related. So yeah, if you were curious about why I chose these particular images, that's why. All these images I picked from Pexels, which is a website that has royalty-free images. Also, it seems I didn't record me painting the night with the watercolors. I don't know what happened. Maybe I forgot to press record, or my phone did this weird thing it does sometimes where I start recording and I don't notice it, but sometimes my phone just leaves the camera app and doesn't save what it was recording, and that's really annoying when that happens. I don't know if that was the case here or if I just forgot to record, which also happens sometimes. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but anyway, it was just the watercolor washes on the night, so it wasn't that important anyway. This ship here was my favorite one out of all these sketches that I made. It was so fun to do. I started with the sails because that's like the biggest shape I could see, and that's what I try to do with all of these. I start with the main shape and then just go from there because it gives a nice starting point. And you might notice that I didn't do the sketch exactly like the photo. I did less sails because I didn't have space to draw them all, and you know, that's okay. You just want an impression of the object. You don't have to be super precise. And as you can tell, we can't really see the details that are happening on the actual ship, so I just do some squibbly lines to give that impression that there's a lot of stuff going on there, and that gives it a nice effect because even though you're not really sketching anything, there's still, when the sketch is finished, it gives the impression that there's a lot of stuff going on there. I got inspired to do this because I've been practicing just the drawing for the first time, and in just the drawing the main thing is to try to capture the pose as quickly as possible. So I decided to do that for other things as well. So that's kind of the point of this practice in this video, is just giving myself 10 minutes for each one of these sketches and just see what I can do with that time. Then this girl was a bit challenging because I don't have a lot of experience at drawing people, so doing this in 10 minutes really made me just focusing on the shapes of her and try to get as close as I could to the right proportions. You can see me here like counting how far I should go until I reached her waist and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it came out right. Her face did not, but I mean, I had to be quick about it. I couldn't spend a lot of time. And since it's not a portrait, it's not like I should be doing a lot of details anyway. But even though it's a sketch of a person, the whole technique is the same. Just doing the big shapes first, the outlines, and just then switching to the brush pen to do the contour and focusing on what I want to be actually shown, and then do the shading and then the watercolors. You'll notice with this raven that I actually messed up a lot of times with the first lines, and that's okay because in the end it doesn't really show that much once you're done, and it gives the sketch some character too. I think instead of if it was all perfect, it wouldn't be as fun. And then the last one, I did this landscape of this temple in the desert, and it has a lot of details, so doing all of this in 10 minutes was definitely a challenge. So I focused on just getting that main shape first and then go from there. And if I had more time, I would have definitely gone a bit more precise with the proportions and stuff, but since I was trying to do this quickly and loosely and not really think about it too much, it's not exactly the same as the image, I would say, but I think the result was still pretty cool, and it still gives the impression of what the building looks like. And it was a lot of fun to do, and that's the most important part. And at first it might seem like it's not really looking that good, but once I do the shading with the hatching, that's when it really comes together for me. It's amazing how much shading can really change a sketch. Just some simple shading, I'm always amazed by it. So yeah, this was my showcase of my quick process to do these sketches. I think it's a great practice, and the more you do it, the faster you get at just looking at something and immediately noticing what kind of shape it has, what lines you should do, and it's a really great practice for observation, which is really important in drawing. So yeah. So yeah, I had planned to do my first video on my gesture drawing learning this week, but I kind of had to be pushed to next week. So I decided to just do this quick video for this week, and I hope it was still enjoyable. I also want to thank everyone who has been subscribing and watching from my last video about the 100 heads. And if you haven't watched that video, you can watch it right here. Take care!